Hey there, this is the second video in the series. The first explained why, in brief, why I think we need a new revolution in the United States as well as other countries, albeit a nonviolent one. But the series is prompted by my friend Phil's challenge to name one revolution that has succeeded in living up to its ideals. Today I'll address that question directly, but the rest of the series we'll look at revolutions that failed to live up to their supporters' expectations, see what lessons we can learn from them, because the number of those actually is legion and prompts in all of us the same question Phil was asking, which is, can we really improve things through revolution? Anyway, I called Laura Wells with Phil's question because she studies, visits, and writes about many of the countries that U.S. media and politicians have routinely maligned since their revolutions. She first reminded me that in any country where the people have succeeded in toppling an authoritarian regime in favor of one more oriented towards the needs of the people, there has been tremendous pressure from outside powers, especially the United States, in a counter-revolutionary direction, whether the civil war that we started against the Sandinista regime in Nicaragua, the tremendous economic pressure and sanctions leveled against the Maduro and Chavez governments in Venezuela, where even the foreign aid that was supposed to go to Venezuela went to opposition leader Juan Guaido, or the attempts to blockade, starve, impose sanctions on, and cripple the economy of Cuba. These post-revolutionary societies are not operating in a vacuum. What Laura learned was that Venezuela under Hugo Chavez and then Nicolas Maduro was making great strides towards a more egalitarian and democratic and humane society when eventually the United States pressures, whether outside sanctions or its operations to support and create internal opposition, did basically undermine it. But there is an enduring legacy of a great deal of regional cooperation and integration in both Central and South America and the Caribbean created by those regimes, which helps the whole region withstand U.S. pressures to undo progressive initiatives. And in Cuba, Laura found that people are well educated, well fed, and in general living far better than they did under the old Batista dictatorship. If you want to investigate further, I will put in the comments the URLs of some of Laura's writings about the places she has studied and traveled to that I spoke about today. Laura discovered some eye-opening facts about Vietnam too, but I don't have time to pass that on to you today. So what is the point of all this? Well, we are conditioned to believe that the best we can hope for as far as improving our society is whatever scraps we can gain by pressuring those beholden to the wrong people to do the right thing. Even those of us who think about the revolutionary alternative are disheartened by the examples, some true and some fictitious, of revolution after revolution which has gone off the rails. But yes, there are also examples of people taking matters into their own hands, overthrowing their repressive governments, and significantly bettering their lives and continuing to work in that direction. So, doing so here is not some sort of idealistic pipe dream, even though we too face incredible odds. And we can make success much more likely by looking also at what can be learned from the mistakes of those revolutions that did not live up to their founders' ideals. And that's what the rest of this video series will be doing. And this is important because we do face the choice of choosing a nonviolent revolutionary path or descending into neo-fascism. Please stay tuned so that we can get some ideas about how to make the right choice.